chatter. Let's do this. So, number one. The Walt Disney Company has a long and interesting history that spans almost 100 years. It was founded by brothers Walt Disney and Roy O. Disney on October 16th, 1923. That's almost 100 years. The website said 80, and then I was like, no, not 80. Anyway, number two. Originally, the company was called Disney Brothers Cartoon. Number three, at first they established themselves in the animation industry before extending their interests to producing live action film. And number four, Walt Disney had already owned a firm called the Laugh-O-Gram Studio, which had gone bankrupt in the same year as he founded his new company. Number five. The Walt Disney Company has also operated using the names the Walt Disney Studio and Walt Disney Productions. It didn't take on its current name until 1986. So yeah, the Walt Disney Company. I was confused. I was like, I don't know what it really is. So I had to confirm that in my head. Anyways, number six. Walt Disney's first film was Alice's Wonderland. During the earlier stages of his career, Walt Disney concentrated on creating short animations. He later decided to become more adventurous in his creations and wanted to create a short film that combined animation with real actors. The first short film created by Walt Disney when he founded his company was Alice's Wonderland. The child actress Virginia Davis starred as Alice in the short film, in which she interacted with a range of animated characters created by animator Walt Disney. It was the creation of this film which led to Walt moving to Hollywood to be close to his brother Roy, so the pair could start their business. Their intention was to produce a series of Alice comedies in collaboration with film distributor M.J. Winkle Productions. Yes, so Alice's Wonderland, not Alice in Wonderland, but I think that that's kind of sort of like the same thing, like, you know what I mean? Anyway, moving on. Number seven. Many people mistakenly believe that Mickey Mouse was the first original character that was created by Walt Disney, as it is for this character which he is usually associated and best known. However, the actual first original character he created was a rabbit called Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. This character appeared in a series of silent cartoons until 1928 when Walt Disney lost the contract with the distributor due to a legal loophole. It was then that Walt Disney created Mortimer Mouse. His wife disliked the name he had chosen for the character, so it was renamed to Mickey Mouse. I think I've talked about Mickey Mouse being Mortimer Mouse at first, or at least I was like well aware that that was a thing. Number eight. In 2006, the Walt Disney Company bought back the rights of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit from NBC Universal in a deal that included both the intellectual property of the character and all 26 of the cartoons that were created by Walt Disney. Number 9. In 1937, Walt Disney took a huge risk when he produced the world's first feature-length animation film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Not only did he not know how well this type of feature film would be received, it also required a production budget of $1.49 million. While compared to today's production budgets, this may seem a small amount of money. At the time, this was a huge sum of money, and spending such a large amount was almost unheard of in any film industry. Many film critics were skeptical about the project and even labeled it Disney's folly. However, his gamble paid off as the film was both a critical and commercial success. It grossed $66 million after its initial release. When it was re-released in 1983, 1987, and 1993, the total gross figure increased to $185 million. When these figures are adjusted for inflation, the box office total is $888 million. This puts it in the 10th position of the highest grossing domestic films of all time. Now, I think that's cool, but it also, like, it makes sense. I just feel like it's a good film. Anyways, number 10. Reaching the $1 billion office mark is considered a huge achievement in the film industry. This is something that the Walt Disney Company has now achieved on 6 occasions. The first of their films to reach this landmark figure was the 2006 adventure film Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest, which grossed $1.066 billion at the worldwide box office. The next to achieve this figure in 2010 with Alice in Wonderland, as this grossed $1.026 billion in the same year. Toy Story 3 grossed $1.063 billion. They eclipsed the $1 billion marker again with Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger's Tides, which grossed $1.046 billion in 2011. The following year, Marvel's The Avengers grossed $1.519 billion. Next to reach the achievement was Iron Man 3, as it grossed $1.215 billion in 2013. Finally, Frozen grossed $1.274 billion in 2013. However, Marvel's The Avengers was the most with $1.5 billion. It 500 million more than everything else. That's crazy. Anyway, number 11. Another milestone figure that companies in the film tried in a calendar year. On November 25th, 2013, the Walt Disney Company exceeded $4 billion in receipts in one calendar year for the first time. The 2 movies which contributed the most were Monsters University, which grossed $744 million, and Iron Man 3, which again grossed $1.215 billion. They achieved the milestone again on November 16th, 2014, with Maleficent, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Captain America: The Winter Soldier all grossed over $700 million each that year. Much of the financial success Walt Disney Company gained from these movies was down to the fact that they acquired Pixar, Lucasfilms, and Marvel Studios. I don't know if they would have done this if they weren't such a conglomerate. I don't. Moving on from money, I just find the business side of things really interesting. I don't know. Not everybody does, so I cut a lot of that stuff out that I found, even though I thought it was cool. Moving on to number 12. Number 12. Although Disney World in Orlando, Florida is often considered the main Disney theme park, it wasn't the first. The first theme park and resort created by Walt Disney was Disneyland in Anaheim, California. Number 13. Although Walt Disney was originally from Chicago, Illinois, he started his first business in Kansas, Missouri. When this went bankrupt, he moved to Hollywood to start a new business with his brother, and the pair opened up a studio on Hypertension Street. Although this was the first official location of the Walt Disney Studios, there were several more in various locations across Los Angeles. Before the company moved to its current headquarters in 1940, the business was moved to the new Walt Disney Studio at 500 South Buena Vista Street in Burbank, California. This is now home to the major studios and the corporate headquarters of the company. Number 14. Of all the Disney parks and resort, it is Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida, which is the largest. The site covers 25,000 acres and includes 4 theme parks: Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Epcot, and Animal Kingdom. It also includes networks is the most profitable segment of the Walt Disney Company. This segment encompasses the Disney Channels, ABC Family, and stakes in a wide range of other television networks. For example, it owns 50% of networks, including the Biography Channel, 3 Lifetime channels, H2, the History Channel, A&E, and Lifetime Movie Network, and it also owns 80% of ESPN. Conglomerate who? Excuse me, Disney, what? That should be the last, businessy thing. Again, I just found it kind of interesting, so I was, writing it down, and then I was kind of I don't know if anyone else is gonna care, because it can be really boring to people, or they're like, that is so cool. So I'm sorry if that was boring. Hopefully it put you to sleep. Number 17. Roy E. Disney was the son of Roy Oliver Disney and the nephew of Walt Disney. He was the last member of the Disney family who was actively involved in the company. He was the instigator for the first Save Disney campaign, which was established in 1984. He was the vice chairman of the company from 1984 to 2003, then returned to Disney in 2003 for his second campaign, taking on the roles of a non-voting director and consultant. By 2006, he had estimated a personal fortune of $1.2 billion. That's good for him, honestly. You go, Roy. And number 18. Number 1818. In total, there are 5 main Disney parks and resorts, 2 in the United States and 3 in other international locations. The American resorts include the original park in California and Disney's largest park in Florida. And the international resorts are Paris, Hong Kong, and Shanghai. Number 19. Walt Disney's original moniker was Disney. It's D, little d, apostrophe, capital I-S-I-G-N-Y, showing his French roots, apparently. Well, Disneyland, the way it's supposed to be spelled, might not have such a ring to it. Design. Disney's really French, that's all I'm getting. I don't know. I'm so stupid. I'm Canadian and I still can't figure it out. But we've been over the amount of times I cheated in French class. I wasn't there. It's just not clicking. Anyway, moving on to number 20. Lots of early Disney films are a mother-free zone. The Jungle Book, Pinocchio, and Bambi. It's been suggested that this was because of their creator's guilt over the death of his own mother in 1938. Fresh from the success of Snow White, Disney bought a home for his parents, but tragically a faulty heating system led to Flora Disney's death from carbon monoxide poisoning. Sad, so sad. Number 21. The voice of Lilo from Lilo and Stitch is Daphne Chase, the same girl who haunts our dreams as Samara Morgan in The Ring. I didn't know that because I didn't watch The Ring, but I thought it'd be great for everyone else to know. Number 22. Everyone's favorite rubbish compactor Wally was named after Walter Elias Disney. I just didn't put it together. Number 23. Those Disney animators are tricksy folk and love to hide classic characters in the background for newer films. For example, in the opening scenes of The Little Mermaid, the eagle-eyed may spot Goofy, Mickey, and Donald Duck in the audience of King Triton's concert. Number 24. For a couple of years, Disney held the patent for Technicolor, making him the only animator allowed to make color films. Number 25. The rules for those playing theme park characters include never using the word no, not sure, that would stand up in court, never breaking character or sitting down, and never pointing out a direction with a single finger, which is considered rude. I think they're supposed to point like this or something. I don't know. They can't point at you. I don't know how that's rude, but they can't do it. Number 26. The theme parks used a patented smeltzer device designed to pump certain scents around. Whether it's a waft of sea salt in parts of the Caribbean or vanilla on Main Street, your senses are constantly being played at Disneyland, the parks. I think that's really cool, actually. Number 27. While staff weren't allowed to grow a beard until last year when it was first open, guests at Disney World weren't granted a action star and Cuban heels, some of the architecture in Disneyland has had a helping hand at appearing taller. Its designs used forced perspective, so while Sleeping Beauty's castle may seem to rise up from the clouds, thanks to painted bricks that get smaller towards the top, it's actually a relatively small, 189 feet tall. I like that. Number 29. It's a small world after all is enough to drive anyone to drink, but you won't have much luck getting one at Disneyland, which is dry. That is, unless you happen to have access to the exclusive Club 33. This plush secret cocktail lounge, opened in 1967, is hidden above the Blue Bayou on New Orleans Square and has a strict list of 487 members, with a waiting list of around 14 years. Number 30. Dumbo is an elephant of few words, none in fact, which makes him the quietest central character of them all. Hot on his heels is Aurora from Sleeping Beauty, who gets a mere 18 whole lines of dialogue and just 18 minutes of screen time in her own film. Yeah, that's just not great. Number 31. Solly from Monsters Inc. has more than 2.3 million individuals and hairs, which are all carefully animated. This explains why a single frame of the big blue fella took an average of 12 hours to produce. I actually watched Monsters Inc. the other day. That movie still slaps. And he also does, have a lot of hair, so. Number 32. Clarence Nash, aka the voice of Donald Duck, created the dog parks for 101 Dalmatians. And while we're on the subject of animal noise, tiger roars were used from The Lion King, as lions weren't deemed loud enough. Which makes sense if you watch my cat fact video, my big cats. We know that. We know that tigers are louder than lions. Number 33. While we know him as Prince Charming, the dapper chap who steals Cinderella's heart and her slipper is never actually named during the film. He's also, really generic looking. They had a picture of him beside this on the website that I was reading off of. And I was like, that's Prince Charming. Okay, cool. Nothing to write home about, honestly. I don't know. Moving on. Simba and Sawali. Simba is Sawali for lion, while Baloo is Hindi for bear. I think that's sweet. Number 35. Bruce, the vegetarian great white shark from Finding Nemo, was named after the mechanical shark used in Jaws, which in turn was named after Steven Spielberg's lawyer. I don't know, I'm gonna get slack for talking badly about Jaws, but I don't know the last time you guys watched Jaws. I wish they would remake it because it's just not freaky anymore. I don't know, I'm not afraid of water either, so that might have a lot to do with the fact that I'm Jaws wasn't that great. I said it wasn't that great. I've watched it in the last 5 years, so cameras, and 18,000 hats. I get it. I wonder how many water bottles they find as well. Number 42. Walt's final words, written rather than spoken, were rather cryptical. And it's just Kurt Russell. No one, including Kurt Russell himself, my voice cracked because I laughed, has any idea why. I don't know. Maybe he had an idea. I don't know. Number 43. Disney is always quick to downplay deaths on the site, but the 2007 death of a teenager who lost consciousness on a roller coaster at Disneyland Paris made headlines worldwide. I feel like I remember this, and I feel like I was terrified, even though I don't do roller coasters and stuff because I have really bad motion sickness, so like I'm gonna throw up, but I feel like I remember this happening. Anyway, number 44. It would take 6 to 8 years to sleep in every single room at Disney World. That's a lot of pillow mints that you would need to have, but it's gotta be a lot of pillow mints that they're using, like, in general. You know what I mean? Number 45. Disney World flew its flags at half-mast on the day Apple co-founder Steve Jobs died. Jobs was Disney's largest single shareholder at 7%. It was on the board of directors. Cars features a white racing car with the Apple logo and the number 84, which refers to the year and first Apple computer was the year the first Apple computer was released. I didn't know that Steve Jobs was so involved in Disney. I just thought, he had Apple to worry about, and then he had cancer to worry about. He was a cool